So hello and welcome to URM's Business Continuity Exercising webinar. So today we're focusing on how to develop and deliver effective BC exercises. My name is Lisa Dargan, I'm a director here at URM and I'm really delighted to be joined by Phil Knight, one of our senior consultants.
Hi Lisa.
Hey Phil, how are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming down today. So let's start by looking at the agenda. We've got a really packed agenda, and to be honest, we probably could have taken any one of these bullets and made that into a webinar in its own right. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through the what, why, and when we need to exercise. We're going to look at the types, talk about some of the advantages, pros and disadvantages, pros and cons of each. We're going to look at creating the best scenarios, which I think if I look at the news today, the Spain-Portugal situation seems to have gone very quiet. Is it a cyber attack? Is it not a cyber attack? But whatever caused it, it's really about the outcome and the impact. So I think it's a very pertinent topic at the moment.
Incredible, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll look at how best to undertake the exercise, evaluating it, and we'll wrap up with pitfalls and common mistakes to avoid. What I will say is, we'll take questions at the end if we've got time, but please, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat question box on the right-hand side of your screen, and we will do our best to address those as we go through. If we don't answer your question, we will follow up with you afterwards and make sure every question raised today is addressed. I'll also say, please, the slides and the recording will be available after this, but put that on your feedback form at the end of the webinar, and we'll make sure you get copies of those. A little bit about URM, for those of you that aren't familiar with us, we've got 19 years experience. We have a focus around general GRC, of which business continuity, resilience and exercising falls into. We have a cyber team and we pull together that technical expertise, and exercising is a great example of this. We're an NCSC approved cyber incident exerciser. It's a bit of a mouthful.
I was going to say.
But when we look at cyber-related incidents, we typically engage our cyber team to help us make sure they're pragmatic and realistic. Key really is our team are very passionate, and you're going to find out today with Phil with us, who's really passionate about the subject of business continuity and exercising in general. So let me just tell you a little bit about Phil. So Phil has been involved with business continuity since 2010. It's 15 years, Phil. 15 years. Yeah. He's a senior consultant here at URM, also a BCS course trainer. So, you know, when it comes to knowledge transfer, Phil's exceptional at that, and holds a practitioner certificate in business continuity management, and is also a trainer for that. What's very relevant is we were trying to tot up the number of exercises Phil may have done, and we tried not to go back too far, but we're north of 75. So
comfortably, yeah.
Phil's got a lot of experience around this. Let's keep it like that.
Thanks, Lisa. Bless you.
No problem. So let's just start. It's really important, Phil, that from a background perspective, we're all on the same page. So really, when we're focusing on exercising, we're trying to address the question, aren't we? Are you confident that if your organisation was hit by a disruptive incident or event this afternoon, tomorrow, whenever, that your business continuity arrangements are robust and effective and will work as intended? That is really, in a nutshell, the fundamental thing we're trying to address, isn't it?
Absolutely, and as I said to you, Lisa, it couldn't be more sort of prominent right now that, you know, I would imagine there are plenty of people asking that exact question following, you know, what's been headline news this week with what's been going on in Spain and Portugal. But
and I'm conscious, Phil, I don't want to dwell too much on these early slides, but I think it's important we're all on the same page. So business continuity, if in a nutshell?
It's, as the quote says on the slide, it's the capability of an organisation to continue delivering products or services at acceptable predefined levels following a disruptive incident. But in a nutshell, let's draw this out. This is not trying to claim that any organisation is bulletproof to anything that can encounter it encounters, that's beset upon it. It is trying to say that within a pragmatic approach, right, it's prioritised the continuity of its operations, its resiliency and recovery is established, and as a key part of that, exercising is a key focus.
Okay, and just to bring exercising in again, and this wheel is a great diagram, isn't it? Because it kind of, for me, if somebody asked me what business continuity is and to depict it, this is a great way of summarising this. But in terms of where actually exercising fits into that life cycle.
Well, exercising tends to fit in as the final cog in the wheel for me, which it's last but by no means least. You know, a key part of, if you're doing business continuity management or business continuity life cycle effectively, you're going about understanding your organisation from this context, from this approach. Once you've done that sort of investigation and thorough inquiry, as it were, you're identifying appropriate strategies for how contextually your business wants to, what plans it wants to have in place. Then you've got the A to Z, right? You're actually writing what you believe is the key thing that you want to do. If you've planned that you're all going to relocate somewhere else, then the plan should say where that is, who's going, what you're taking with you, etc., etc. If you've planned that you're going to stop operations for a couple of days, I call out recent examples with Marks and Spencer's, for example, taking offline their online ordering, right? That I would suggest and theorise that was one of their strategies for, look, if we can't get on top of this or whatever is going on, we will take that offline. So there's your strategy phase. The plan is just a reflection of what you've agreed in that part to make sure you can recover as best as possible, as I alluded to in the previous slides, within the parameters. And then there's exercising, and that is about establishing that everything you've put in place, everything you've understood, is validated, is viable from what you've documented.